September 19th, 2021, 2:30 p.m. I was standing in the living room of a mansion in Beverly Hills. 10,000 square feet, 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a home theater, a gym, a pool with a water slide, a 12-car garage. The realtor handed me the keys. I signed the papers. $10,400,000. I put $3.9 million down. I borrowed $6.5 million from a private bank. My monthly mortgage payment was $42,000. I didn't blink. My name is Brandon. I was 26 years old. Tech YouTuber. My channel was called Brandon Tech. I had 4.7 million subscribers. I made videos reviewing smartphones, laptops, and gadgets. In 2019, I made $1.2 million from ads and sponsorships. In 2020, I made $4.5 million. In 2021, I was on track to make $9.2 million. I was 26. No wife, no kids, just me and a camera. I grew up in Ohio. My dad was a truck driver. My mom was a cashier. I started my channel in 2016 when I was 21. I filmed videos in my childhood bedroom. My first camera was a Canon Rebel T6. $400 on eBay. My first video got 47 views. My 100 video got 2,000 views. My 500 video got 500,000 views. I kept going. By 2019, I had quit my job at a warehouse. I was making $30,000 a month from YouTube. I moved to LA. I rented a 1-bedroom apartment in Santa Monica. $3,800 a month. I bought a Tesla Model 3. $55,000. I was happy. I was not rich. Then the algorithm blessed me. In 2020, everyone was stuck at home. Everyone watched YouTube. My channel exploded. I went from 800,000 subscribers to 3.2 million in 8 months. I posted a video called Why I'm Switching from iPhone to Android. It got 12 million views. A sponsor paid me $400,000 for a 90-second integration. I filmed it in my living room. It took 2 hours. I bought the mansion in September 2021. I thought I had made it. I thought the money would never stop. I thought I was smart. I was wrong. The mansion had a 12-car garage. I filled it. A Lamborghini Aventador. $520,000. A Ferrari 488 Pista. $480,000. A McLaren 720S. $390,000. A Rolls-Royce Cullinan. $380,000. A Mercedes G-Class. $180,000. A Tesla Plaid. $140,000. Total cars, $2.1 million. I bought watches. A Richard Mille, $240,000. An Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, $78,000. A Patek Philippe Nautilus, $92,000. I bought designer clothes. Louis Vuitton, Dior, Balenciaga. I had a closet the size of my childhood bedroom. I hired a team, a manager, an editor, a thumbnail designer, a social media assistant, a housekeeper, a chef. Monthly payroll, $40,000. My mortgage was $42,000. My car payments were $18,000. My utilities and insurance were $12,000. My food and entertainment were $20,000. I spent $15,000 a month on clothes. I spent $10,000 a month on travel. My monthly expenses were $190,000. I was making $300,000 a month. I had $110,000 left over. I saved it. I invested it. I thought I was safe. November 2021. YouTube changed the algorithm. They started promoting watch time over click-through rate. My videos were built for clicks. Fast-paced. Clickbait titles. Bright thumbnails. My watch time was low. The algorithm stopped recommending my videos. My views dropped 40% in 2 weeks. Then 60%. Then 70%. December 2021. I posted a video that got 800,000 views. Normally, it would get 2 million. My ad revenue dropped from $200,000 a month to $80,000. Sponsors started leaving. A VPN sponsor paid me $150,000 per integration. They canceled our contract. A mattress sponsor paid me $120,000. They canceled too. By January 2022, my sponsorship revenue had dropped from $250,000 a month to $50,000. I had $1.2 million in savings. I had $3.2 million in investments. I had $6.5 million in mortgage debt. I had $2.1 million in car loans. I had $1.1 million in credit card and personal debt. Total assets, $4.4 million. Total debt, $9.7 million. Net worth, minus $5.3 million. I was underwater. I laid off my team, the manager, the editor, the thumbnail designer, the assistant, the housekeeper, the chef. I kept only the camera. My monthly expenses dropped to $90,000. Still too high. My monthly income was $70,000. I was losing $20,000 a month. February 2022. I sold the Lamborghini. $380,000. Lost $140,000. I sold the Ferrari. $320,000. Lost $160,000. I sold the McLaren. $240,000. Lost $150,000. I sold the Rolls-Royce. $260,000. Lost $120,000. I kept the Mercedes and the Tesla. I sold the Richard Mille. $150,000. Lost $90,000. I sold the Patek. $60,000. Lost $32,000. I sold the Audemars. $50,000. Lost $28,000. I had $1.8 million from sales. I paid off the car loans. I paid off the credit cards. I had $600,000 left. I put in my savings. March 2022. My views dropped again. 83% lower than my peak. I was getting 400,000 views per video. My ad revenue was $20,000 a month. Sponsors were gone. I had no income. I had $600,000 in savings. I had $6.5 million in mortgage debt. I had $42,000 monthly mortgage payments. I had $90,000 in monthly expenses. I had 6 months of runway. April 2022. I tried to sell the mansion. Listed at $9.5 million. No offers. Dropped to $8.5 million. No offers. Dropped to $7.5 million. A lowball offer at $6.2 million. I said no. The bank said sell it or we will. May 2022. The bank foreclosed. I stopped paying the mortgage. I stopped paying the property taxes. I stopped paying the insurance. I packed my things. A suitcase of clothes. A box of camera gear. A box of hard drives. I left the furniture. I left the cars. I left the mansion. I walked out at 9 p.m. I didn't look back. The bank sold the mansion at auction for $6.8 million. I owed $6.5 million on the mortgage. The bank took their money. The rest went to fees. I got nothing. The deficiency was $0. But I had lost everything I put in. $3.9 million down payment. Gone. I was 27 years old. I had $200,000 in savings. A 2019 Tesla Model 3. A suitcase. A box of hard drives. I moved into a studio apartment in North Hollywood. $1,600 a month. The walls were thin. My neighbor practiced drums at 11 p.m. I didn't complain. I deserved it. I kept making videos. From my studio apartment. No editor. No thumbnail designer. Just me and a camera. My views stayed low. $200,000 per video. Ad revenue. $8,000 a month. I was surviving. Barely. I started a second channel. Vlogs. Behind the scenes. I film on my phone. An iPhone 13. No fancy camera. No lighting. No script. I posted every day. The algorithm liked consistency. The channel grew. 100,000 subscribers. Then 200,000. Then 500,000. By 2023, the second channel was making $15,000 a month. Combined with my main channel, I was making $25,000 a month. Enough to live. Not enough to buy a mansion. I am 30 now. I live in the same studio. The drummer is still there. I don't care. I have $180,000 in savings. I drive the same Tesla. It has 80,000 miles. The paint is chipped. I don't care. I don't have a team. I don't have a mansion. I don't have a Lamborghini. I have a camera, a microphone, a laptop, a phone. I make videos from my living room. The living room is 12 feet by 12 feet. It has a couch, a desk, and a ring light. I still have debt. $280,000 from a personal loan I took out to pay taxes in 2021. I pay $4,000 a month. I'll be done in 6 years. I have no other debt. No mortgage. No car loans. No credit cards. I think about the mansion sometimes. The pool. The water slide. The 12-car garage. I don't miss it. I miss who I was before I bought it. The guy in a one-bedroom apartment. The guy who made videos for fun. The guy who didn't care about views. I lost that guy. I'm trying to find him again. I think about the algorithm. How it blessed me. How it cursed me. I don't blame YouTube. I blame myself. I built a house on sand. The tide came in. The house fell. I was standing on the beach. Alone. I think about my parents. My dad still drives a truck. My mom still works at a cash register. They don't ask about money. They ask if I'm happy. I say I'm fine. They know I'm lying. They don't push. I am 30 years old. I have $180,000 in savings. I have $280,000 in debt. I have a Tesla with chip paint, a studio apartment, a drummer next door, 1.2 million subscribers across 2 channels. I make $30,000 a month now. My expenses are $8,000. I save $22,000. I am rebuilding. I learned something. YouTube is not a job. It is a lottery ticket. I won. I lost. I am playing again. But this time, I am not buying a mansion. I am not buying a Lamborghini. I am not buying a Richard Mille. I am buying time. Time to make videos. Time to get better. Time to find that guy in the 1-bedroom apartment. I don't have a team. I don't have a manager. I don't have a chef. I have a camera, a phone, a laptop, a ring light. I film at 2 a.m. I edit at 4 a.m. I upload at 7 a.m. I sleep. I wake up. I check my views. I do it again. My last video got 800,000 views. Not 12 million. Not 2 million. 800,000. I was happy. I smiled. I closed my laptop. I went for a walk. I bought a coffee. $4.50. I sat on a bench. I watched the sunrise. I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. I'm not rich. I am not a mansion owner. I am a guy in a studio apartment with a camera. I am a YouTuber. I am happy. That's enough. That's more than enough.